We are here, we are here, we are here on this amazing day. Okay, everyone, this is Cam Jones, FX Daily Analysis, and we are marking up Mdgl. We are on the monthly time frame. Price action, last candle to right hand side is a huge bullish green candle, pushing down from an area, pushing up from area. We do have price action overall, higher highs, price action overall, lower lows, midpoint, also adding second level lows, second level highs, third level lows, third level highs, fourth level lows, and fourth level highs. So let's zoom in the price and see what's going on. So price action monthly time frame is currently at 222.99. If price work its way up, it can head to that resistance line at 247.68. Before tagging that line, it can tag that midpoint of that area at 233.80. If price decides to turn around, reverse, or just come back to retest before it pushes back up further, price action can head down to that support line at 206.70. And before tagging that, it can tag the numbers of around 214.87. So if market, let's say if market pushes up further from this area, we can see below price, we coming from a pattern. So we have a overall coming down in red, that first leg, second leg, third leg, and that market consolidated. So first, second, third, market finally pushed up with that price action candle, created that fourth leg. So now we have a huge bullish green candle. Now we're looking for a retest and for that market to push up further. So we don't know how far that market's gonna come back to retest. It can come up to retest at least that midpoint of that price action candle before pushing up further. So it can be identified as the overall first, second, third, fourth. Retest market pushes up. It also can retest anywhere in these levels, maybe this level here, and then push up for that double bottom. But if that market breaks that price action midpoint, it could be working its way down further. So it will look something like this: first, second, third, fourth, and we'll have that break, retest, and it can push down further. If it does catch momentum off the price line of 105.33, which is still can, so it's not the midpoint, it's the second level lows of that area. The reason why just seeing that is because it's that formation of the W. So it can come up to that formation at that W. So it can look something like this: first, second, third, fourth, retest, and the market could still push up. But within this area here, if you would identify another breaking retest, that market can push down if it doesn't come off this line. Pulling back, taking a look at what's going on as well. So double bottom right below price. Overall, we have multiple pushes and we have the break of that area. So let's take a look. So that market did identify the break, the retest, which would be an overall first, second, third, fourth retest. Market pushes up from a single bottom, double retest. It could be an overall triple bottom or double bottom and a retest, and the market could be pushing up from that area. Pulling back further to see what we see. Yep, that's enough. So headed down to still on a monthly time frame, if price action decides to reverse and work its way down, it's coming from multiple pushes to that top, which identified for that first push at this area. So market is identifying that first, second, third. This is where we're looking to see within that area, a little bit above the SR, a little bit above the price of those SR lines, or a little bit below. We are still looking for that retest or that full reversal, so it can still push up further and still create that full drop down, which will be identified as that third leg, and we get that pattern inside there for that market to identify that market's coming down. You'll see that double top. Headed down the time frame, see what's going on. So weekly time frame, price action on the weekly time frame is a bullish green candle, doji style. So it's indecisive. Also, we have a huge gap in the market. So we just got to figure out what's happening at this area. And we do know that we are receiving a break at a major area. So we are looking for that market to see, as I said before, retest to push up further. But we do know price action is a doji, which is a huge doji, which will be consolidating I think is consolidating as we walk down the time frame and creating that, waiting for that pattern to break out. So it may look something like a wedge pattern. Let's see if we can draw it out now and see if it may be it. But if not, then we'll see what's happening in that market. But if you start off those wicks, bring that wedge pattern in, we're going to walk down the time frame, see what's going on. Headed down to the daily time frame. So price action on the daily is still reading as a bullish green doji, nothing within. Still receive that break of that market as well. Headed down to the 4. So now we're on a 4-hour time frame, and we know that we're on a major SR line. So we're gonna put a zone a little bit above, a little bit below that SR line, so we can take a look at what's going on. So what we received in that area is that the second last candle, price action is a retest. Second last candle push up, price action retest, and it has momentum, and it's still bullish in green, so it can still push up further. If not, it could still be within each other because it is in that consolidation. So we are looking for that break and retest for a bearish red candle to see if it's going to push up further. Headed down to a 3-hour time frame, price action within that second last candle, huge doji, long wick up to the top. So that market is consolidating still sideways. So if we connect these areas I said before for that wedge pattern, we can see that market still within that area, but still within that area consolidation because it's a second last candle wicks, but still has enough momentum to not momentum. It still has enough momentum, let's say momentum to move in that area, so it can still wiggle. It has some wiggle room to wiggle within that second last candle before the breakout. That's why we may be seeing, if you just read the bodies of the candle from the second to price, all it's doing is breaking, and we look for that retest to see if it's going to push up further, unless this candle is still active for that push. As I said before, 2-hour time frame, price second, third last candle is within. Price in second within the third last candle, so that market is still consolidating sideways with some wiggle room to push up. Headed down to the 1. Price second, third, fourth, fifth last candle in the market, bearish red candle. That's the retest. Price action is a doji, which is hanging out at that midpoint of the top side of the midpoint of the price second, third, fourth, the fifth to sixth last candle in the market. So we are reading that the market is breaking and retesting. We do have a push. We just waiting for that market to break out that previous side, which you can see price is right on that resistance line. Also, we can see that if that market does push down, it's identifying that first, second, third. Market comes down from that double top, headed down to the 45. Bullish green candle, so we have another break and retest, break, retest, break, retest. Third to last candle, market pushed up, still side by side with the previous side. Headed down to the 30, same as well. So market just pushed up, still waiting for that break of that previous side. Headed down to the 15, same as well. Price action reading as a doji, getting that consolidation. 5-minute time frame, just receiving the break and retest. If it pushes up further, you see the push. It has a long wick out to that top, so it could be creating that double top to push back down. Headed down to the 3-minute time frame, receiving that consolidation. So it's a wedge pattern that's happening at that midpoint. Headed down to the 1, same as well. That's why we see that break and retest right on top of that area. Is it going to push up or is it breaking down? Looking for the engulfment of the third to fourth to last candle in the market.